So I have paid down over $1.25 grand of the debt that I've been freaking out about, thanks to a lot of hours and no sleep and a couple overnight shifts. And I just went and had a meeting today at 6 for about an hour where I helped a new startup company in Bradford, PA, with some of their networking issues. I'm getting some parts together the next day or so to go back down on Thursday and install a bunch of these parts for them. They also might have offered me a job. I don't know what the stipulations and what it's going to be like yet, so I don't know if it's actually going to be a new job for me. But if it's a serious job, I might be saying goodbye to some, and I might be shifting my priorities away from the week, more towards the weekend for my other jobs. And it would be really cool. It would be beyond really cool, actually. It would be fantastic if I could do that. They're looking for a tech guy, and depending on what kind of hours they'd be looking for me for, it depends on if I could really do it or not. And depending on the pay, depends on whether I'll quit another job to do that. But it seems kind of fun and kind of cool, so I might give it a shot. Other than that, I've been sleeping kind of on and off. Not sleeping the best, but I'm sleeping all right. And I'm getting there. Not 100%, but might get 65, I think. And as long as I keep this up, I mean, I should be able to get most of my debts paid down by August-ish, and if I do that, then I can finish up the bathroom by November-ish, and then all through the winter I'll be able to actually make and save money and put money away. And if I keep working like a dog, I might be able to pay off other debts and then finally get back to school. Who knew? Time travel movies. I'm big on those right now. Watched a few really good ones, and I watched the greatest time travel movie ever made in the history of the universe. It's fantastic. It's called Primer, and it's actually called Primer because the sort of time travel used is considered a primer. I don't know if that's a technical term for it, but if you think about it, it works the same way a primer does. In order to time travel, you have to have a moment to time travel back to. So it's the most realistic kind of time travel, because you could have time travel that how do you explain it? Basically, the way this time travel works is there's like 3 different theories on time travel. One is that you can actually travel through a dimension called time in directions like we do in the world. You can walk forward and backward and walk left and right. There's the primer style of time travel, which basically means that in order to go backwards, you need to set a starting point, then you go into the future, and then you can always go back to that starting point. So you can't go further back than that. So once it gets invented, you can't go any further back than that. you can always go forward. Then the other kind would be a tear or a rip, which basically means that you compress two parts of space and time and then you walk through them and then go backwards. It's a little bit less like walking through a third dimension kind of time travel, because it requires that you actually like know when you want to go to, and you can't just kind of like float around kind of thing. It's not Doctor Who's a very like fourth dimension time travel. Like you can go to any point in time just by a flick of a button. You can start traveling through time and then just randomly hit a wheel and stop. There's another movie I watched called Project Almanac, very Terry-ish. Like you can only compress the space so much, and then you can jump that far, and then the only place you can go is back to where you were. It's not like you can compress the space again and jump back, because then the space on the other side will uncompress, and you'll have to recompress it to go back. So you'll have to make two separate jumps or time travels. Then Paradox was a wormhole-y, like, random jump through time movie. It's just like, pew, off the deep end. I don't know. Not 100% on that one, but that's definitely what that's about. But anyway, the movies I watched were Project Almanac, Primer, and Paradox, and they were very good. Other than that, I really don't have anything to report. Everything around here is a mess. I need to clean it up. I'm only ever here like in the super, super early mornings or late at night. Keep waking up in the middle of the night thinking I hear people coming in, and I get super excited, and then nobody. Most everybody that had open door privileges have moved away or have since had them revoked. So it's back down to just me here. Just reminds me how little I do outside of here. But I keep busy with some basic, boring video games, and now I'm keeping busy with this research project I'm working on for these folks, and it seems to be going alright. Well, any hootie. That's about it. So I just thought I'd throw a random update out there, just to say, hey, yo, what's up? But no, I finished some more projects. I didn't finish my Switch project. I actually ended up giving up on it because I figured out that the wire that ran through there, they didn't put all of it on the same breakers. They put the switched outlets on a separate surge breaker, and they put the other outlets on a different surge protector breaker. So I was like, this is pointless. So I left them the way they were, and I just basically left the remote by it. And the only time I'm ever going to use it is in the case of a power outage, which is then you have to flip the remote to get it to start again. Otherwise, it's just going to be fine. But what I did do is I did resurrect an old Harman Kardon bass unit and attached blank leads to it so I can hook up any kind of speaker. I'm going to take some old speakers to it, freaking glue them to the side so I have a mini mobile sound unit, and I'm going to take it with me to work tomorrow morning. So I have an actual sound station that I can play Spotify out of. Yep. So this will be doing at work tomorrow. Then my next project is I'm going to start collecting up computer crap to sell, because I just need to get rid of some of it, and I want some more cash so I can pay off these debts and work less so that I can go do things, and save up enough money. I really want to travel. I want to go somewhere. I want to get out and do something. Other than that, I'm just still waiting around. Yeah. honestly, more so I'm waiting to have the right to do what I want to do. My parents are amazing, and they are better than many people I've met in my life, and over the past couple of months I've realized that more than I thought, because I've met some interesting people in the last couple of months, and my parents are really nice about the decisions I make and about the things I want to do, and I just thank them for that. Anywho, um, um, James, I'm signing off. Going to bed. I gotta work in the morning, but stay tough, and I miss you all, and I'll be here if anybody needs me. The door's always open. It doesn't matter when or where or why. The door's always open, and you just let me know, and I'll be here. I can call off work in emergencies too. I get away with that. Um, Other than that, good night, and I guess I'll see y'all in the morning. A big, bright, beautiful world. There's a big, bright, beautiful world. Shrek the Musical. It's a good one. Yep, you should look up the music from it. It's really nice. Who I'd Be is a great song, and I Know It's Today is also a really great song. Anyway, they're all great songs, but there's actually a play on Defying Gravity in it. There's the guy that's in Duloc, the short king dude. He's played by a full-grown man who's on his knees the whole time. It's so funny. But he sings "Bring Me Down." He says, "Bring you will never going to bring me down." Oh. Yeah, he does all that, and it's so funny because he mocks it, and everything on the set goes green, and you're sitting there going, "That's a wicked reference!" It's funny though. That's about it. I'm gonna go and probably sleep, and then wake up early in the morning. Good night.